changing tack completely, Greg, I wanted to ask you, you heard us talking about Eric Bristow, or his alleged comments, because it was on Twitter, and we're not, you know, we haven't had 100% confirmation that they did come from him, but it seems they probably did.
Very silly comments,
Yeah,
whoever wrote them.
Yeah, you talked in your autobiography about experiencing...
Sexually assaulted as a child. And what happens, I should imagine that my experiences must be typical, and these footballers that experienced it, you feel guilty. Yeah. You feel like you've played some part in it. So I'm getting a bit emotional. You feel like you've played some part in it, and of course you haven't.
I know, and the fact I thought you were so brave to come out with it in your autobiography, because I thought it's taken a lot of guts from someone with your background. In fact, in a background where men are men and they don't talk about things like that. I was moved by the fact.
Well, I wanted people to know, because also it happens. The people that do it are people that you like.
And you trust.
And you trust.
You're close to. That's how it happens. It's not somebody in a Mac standing in an alleyway. It's somebody whose outward appearance to the rest of the world is of a decent person. And it's an awful
With
thing.
Your, you know,
thank you for your bravery.
Now you're an adult, and you look back at that boy and how you felt then and how frightened you were. If that was happening to anybody now, whether they're young sports people or anybody, what would you say to them?
You have to speak up. You're not in trouble. You haven't done anything wrong. You're a child. You don't know what's happening. You're just a child. You're not part of this. It's happening. It's being done to you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I just thought, you know, as you were here, I had to ask you that.
No,
just let me ask you, how's married life?
For my record, number 4.
But you've met my Anna.
I met her.
She's beautiful. Now, did you meet? Is it true you met on Twitter?
We met on Twitter.
She commented on your carrot stick.
I was also reading, this is the second wife you've met on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
You met her...
You had to think before you answered.
Yeah, well, I've had a number of wives. I had to put a number on them, you see. But when I was single, Twitter for me was a bit like going fishing. What I found cool about it was it's not a dating site, so you can chat to people. But Anna, my beautiful wife, I've been very fortunate. I've been with her for 4 years. She just asked me about duck and rhubarb, which was a dish that I cooked on the telly.
Oh, hello.
And I looked
at
And I looked at her picture and thought, oh my word,
duck and rhubarb.
You're a pretty girl. Now, I mean, Mrs. Wallace is very shy. I'm getting used to saying Mrs. Wallace. She's very, very shy, but she is the best home cook I know.
I was going to say, who cooks between the two of you?
Well, we like to cook together. We like to play music and open a bottle of wine, and we cook together. But Anna, she's Italian, or family are Italian, and she's an amazing cook. Brilliant, brilliant.
Well, listen, we're very glad that you're so happy.
And she presents very well, unlike you.
We're getting back. You can get your revenge. We get some pretty fabulous guests here on Loose Women. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.